Hey guys, it's Jason of Stealthy SK, and today I'm going to be bringing you a lightning arrow leveling guide. Now before I get into this intro, I just want to say they changed lightning arrow. It is now even better than before. The quality now hits up to 2 additional enemies instead of a 20% chance to shock enemies. Now there are benefits to shocking enemies, but having the ability to get the 2 additional is much better. With that being said, this is going to be my first time making a POB from complete scratch. The skills, the weapons, and everything. So if I do mess up, I apologize. Make sure to keep an eye out for when the Affliction comes to POB, because it does come before the actual patch comes out. I will be updating things, probably the day it comes out, if not a few days. Make sure to check the description, I'll say when it's updated. It might shake up the tree a little bit, but most likely it's going to be pretty much the same. I just wanted to show some gameplay of the end game of this build, just so you can see what you can expect if you do plan to stick with this build after League start. So this is a tier 16 with a bunch of mods I can show you there. It just absolutely one-shots everything, goes completely quick. And once you get rage, you go even faster. Go and try to find the boss real quick. And again, it did get buffed, so it's even better now. And there you go. It's just that easy. I'll give a quick demonstration of the bossing of the build. This boss is dead. And this is after they nerfed it as well. There we go. Now obviously this is the end game version of this. It is going to take quite a bit of currency to get anywhere near here. But I just wanted to show you what you can expect if you do plan to stick with Lightning Arrow. So first of all, we're going to start with the gear section. Again, just like in my previous build, we're going to be using better trading. And I'll again show you how to install that in this video and how to use it, and then I'll give you the link to the one we're going to use. I'm going to start by calling it Lightning Arrow Leveling. Now most likely you're probably going to use a bow you pick up off the ground, but I set the level to 20 as max, and if you can get at least 2 of these and it's cheap, you should probably buy the bow. Just check the market and see if they have any. If you're just looking for like one stat, it's pretty easy to find a pretty cheap bow that's low level that you can use early on. I'm just going to pick one of the bows just to have something in the weapon slots, but don't pay too much mind to this. You're mostly looking for the stats I put here. Now if you're super lucky and you find a quill rain early on, you've won the lottery. I'm also going to put this on the filter just in case someone decides to list it. But this bow is absolutely insane. It gives you projectile speed and attack speed, which will benefit both your ballistas and your lightning arrow. Your quiver is going to be the same thing as your bow, pretty much the same stats. Again, always check the vendors, make sure they have anything that's decent for you. I'm just going to chuck one of these on the build. Pretty much any unique quiver you find early on will be a good enough quiver to get you to do the axe. On your gloves, you're going to be looking for lightning damage, life, any elemental resistance, and attack speed and projectile speed. So if you can find any of that, go and snatch those gloves up. For your belt, you're going to be looking for life, resistances, attributes, and elemental damage to attacks. If you can find one from cheap early on, go and grab it. Otherwise, just use whatever you find in the ground on the way to the axe. If you don't find these on the ground yourself, grab some 2-stone rings. These will get you your elemental resist up a lot. I put it for 69. Nice. And even in 84 is saying only 2 chaos, and at the beginning it'll be even cheaper. So grab 2 of the 2 stone rings, and that should fix your resistances pretty nice. For your amulet, you're going to be looking for any attributes you're missing, any added damage, and resistances pretty much is what you're looking for. So this one would be perfect since it gives a ton of attributes. Now for your boots, I recommend you actually use this crafting recipe. You just put any normal pair of boots, a Quicksilver, and an Orb Augmentation, and it'll give you increased movement speed. From there, you can add a few things to it like Orb of Alchemy and make it rare and see what we get on it. But yeah, increased movement speed at the beginning is very, very good. Now moving on to body armor. Your jackpot would be a Tabula Rasa since it has 6 white sockets. Unfortunately, those might be a little bit too rare for you at the beginning. I would look for any body armor that has the correct slots you're looking for. So whatever colors you need, I would look for that. And if you can get them with also decent stats, I would go for that. The way you search for sockets, say you need 1 red, 1 green, 1 blue, and then you can see how many links you need. So say I need 3 links. This has the 3 links I would need. Obviously this is way overpriced and it's because I have all these filters, but yeah, that's what you do. Helmets can be the same thing, except if you find a gold worm helmet on the ground, that's going to be a jackpot. It's a unique helmet. Otherwise, again, sockets are the main thing you're looking for, and you'll be able to tell which sockets you need when I go through the skills. Now we're going to move on to the tree. I made it as self-explanatory as I could. All I did is split them up into acts. So Act 1, you're going to grab these skills, and then Act 2, Act 3, all the way to Act 10, until you finish your acts. Now I could go over why we grab each skill, but I feel like that's been explained in other videos, so we'll go ahead and skip that part and go straight to the gems and how to get them. Also, in terms of order, we're going to get Gathering Winds, Far Shot, Endless Munitions, and then Focal Point. So in terms of skills, at the very beginning, you're going to be picking up Caustic Arrow along with Pierce and Mirage Arrow, and then you have Burning Arrow attached to cold damage, Blink Arrow, Sniper's Mark, and War Banner. I will have this all linked to the guide. It'll tell you exactly where to get each one of these gems. At level 12, you're going to switch to your Lightning Arrow setup, which is going to be 2 sets of Lightning Arrow, 1 for your active skill, and 1 for your Ballista Totems, and eventually Artillery Totems. So you can have Lightning Arrow attached with Cold Damage and Mirage Arrow, and then you have Lightning Arrow again attached with Cold Damage and Ballista Totem. So when you press Lightning Arrow on this key, it will summon a totem rather than the actual arrow. And again, Blink Arrow, Sniper's Mark, War Banner, same thing. At level 16, you can add Blood Rage, and then you can also add your Herald of Ash and Herald of Thunder. At level 24, we're going to get our 4 link, hopefully, and get, I didn't mean to put Awakened. This is supposed to be just elemental damage with attacks. Sorry about that. And the rest should be the same, I believe. Yep. At level 20, we're adding our Artillery Ballista. 28, sorry. And if you plan to stick this to early maps, all you're going to do is grab Trinity and make sure you have multiple sources of damage. So you need at least 2 sources of damage for this to even get effect, which is lightning, fire, and cold. Now I'll demonstrate how to get this in game. If you didn't see my last video, I explained something called Lilocan UI, how to set it up, and what to do with it. But I'll quick show you how to set it up after you installed it. If you need help installing it, go and check out my last video. So we're going to start by enabling the leveling tracker, and then we're going to go to Exile Leveling. Once you get the Exile Leveling, you're going to go ahead and paste in your build. But since we're using my build I just made, we're going to go to, well, first of all, make sure it's all set to the right thing. Act 10, that means Act 10 on the tree, just so it tracks everything right. Items, skills, make sure it's on early maps. Besides that, everything should be set up. We're gonna go ahead and generate, share, copy. We're gonna import build, submit, and it says import success. From there, we're gonna go to third-party export, back into the game. We're gonna go to import, and that's gonna be a success. And for there, that's all you need to do. So what this is gonna do is tell you the fastest route to get through the game, and it's also gonna tell you each step to do your gems. So obviously you're gonna kill a Hillock, enter the Lionized Watch, and this is where it starts telling you how to get each and every one of the gems. So you're gonna take the reward for Classic Arrow, you're gonna go, do the glyphs, coast, all this. It's gonna tell you to take the reward from doing this quest. It's gonna tell you to buy gems by holding the Omni key, which is gonna be your middle mouse key, which I'll go ahead and demonstrate real quick. So we're gonna go over to Nessa, we're gonna purchase items, hold our Omni key, and it's gonna tell us which ones to buy. So all your gems the whole way through will be able to be bought and or obtained through this guide. This does use auto hotkey, but it is completely within the terms of service since it's just an overlay and it doesn't interfere with the in-game files. So I definitely recommend you use this to level and to get the gems. Besides that, that's the end of it. That's how you level up Lightning Arrow as a league start. Again, this is my first time making my path building myself. It took a long time and a lot of effort, just because I haven't done it before. If anything's messed up, I do apologize. I will go back and fix it. Whenever the Affliction changes come out, I'll try to come back and make the changes as fast as possible so you guys can get straight into leveling when the game comes out. If this guide helped in any way, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. I do make guides constantly, and I will be making more before the patch comes out.